The Byzantine Empire of the Middle Ages reached from 330 CE to 1400s. It was also known as the Eastern Roman Empire. The Holy Roman Empire split into two. We have the Western Roman Empire and the Eastern Roman Empire. Right in the middle, we have Constantinople, which is the creation of Constantine I. In 300 CE, the Roman Empire was split in two. Constantine moved the Roman capital to Byzantium, renamed the city after himself, and it became the capital of the Byzantine Empire. It combined both East and West ways of life. The city was Christian and spoke Greek instead of Latin. It became the center of trade later and became very, very rich. It was located near early Christianity and trade routes, since it is right in the middle. People spoke Latin, Greek, and had influences of Persian. It blended Christian beliefs with Greek science, really becoming a melting pot of sorts. All right, Justinian is known as one of the greats. His reign was from 527 CE to 565 CE. He made an effort to regain lost provinces of Western Roman Empire. He had made large improvements in architecture during that time and was the creator of the Justinian Code. The Justinian Code was created by a group of men that collected, revised, and organized all of the laws from ancient Rome. Sometimes they just modified or adjusted, and sometimes they completely threw out. But regardless, it was a document of laws. It also translates from corpus juris civilis to body of civil law. It is still and was the basis for legal systems of most modern European countries. All right, as we can see in this map, Justinian, when he first came into reign, all the pink was what the Byzantine Empire was. So after his reign, and they had conquered so much and grew the empire, you can see all of the dark orange. That is what the Byzantine was after he was done. So he really did grow it. Before, it had adjusted from its beginning because it was ravaged by riots due to high taxation. There were constant trade wars of sorts, but there was also religious issues. After the divide between the East and West Roman Empire, Justinian wanted it. He just wanted it back. So that's what he did. Justinian extended the empire back into areas that had previously been part of the Western Roman Empire. He conquered Italy and much of the coast of North Africa and even reached as far as Spain. And we're going to go back just so we can look at that one more time. If you look, the Byzantine Empire really does circle the Mediterranean Sea, which was a huge passage for trade. And also it really enhanced civilization, being that close to water for many reasons. All right, so there were a lot of changes in the empire from Justinian's reign. So in 700 CE, it was a much smaller empire. It was both a Greek and Christian state, and the Christian state became the Eastern Orthodox Church due to the emperor outlawed praying to icons. He thought that by praying to artistic depictions such as paintings of holy figures or sacred events, he thought it was a violation of God's commandments. The Pope then outlawed the Byzantine Empire from the church, and the split became final. Two forms of Christianity emerged: the Roman Catholic Church in the West and the Eastern Orthodox Church in the Byzantine Empire. All right, so we can see here just more growth and change. So in 395, that's close to the beginning of the Byzantine Empire, we see that it is a pretty decent size, but to the left, to the west, is the Holy Roman Empire. So then we see in 565, which is right after Justinian's reign, how much we had grown. We really circled that Mediterranean Sea. And then in 700, it shrank a lot. And we had lost a lot of land due to religious conflicts, due to battles and wars, and it shrank in size. But in the 12th century, the empire expanded again and became the center of trade in Europe. They charged taxes on goods that went through Constantinople and became rich. Very similar to tariffs on our trading that we do now. So, the Turkish Ottoman Empire took over the Byzantine Empire in 1453 during the Crusades. So what's a crusade, you might ask? So the Crusades were military missions that lasted almost 200 years in which European Christians tried to get control of the Holy Land of Jerusalem from the Muslims. The Crusades began in the 11th century when Byzantine Emperor Constantine asked Christian states in Europe to help fight against the Muslim Turks. The Europeans eventually lost this battle, as we can see. So again, with the growing and shrinking, we can see in this map that under Justinian, that is the red outline all around the Mediterranean Sea. At the height of the trade, that is the pink. And then right as the Crusades are about to happen, maybe 100 years prior, that is the red. It shrank a lot. And it actually grown too big to protect itself. So what did the Byzantine Empire contribute to society? So the Byzantine Empire had played an important role of protecting Europe from the spread of Islam. Once Constantinople had been taken, there was a siege in Vienna in 1529, which you don't have to know this, but it is a little tidbit of information for you, because there was no buffer of Constantinople anymore to protect them. And then we also have fresco art, which is still a medium of art that is still used today and is very beautiful. We will look at some examples of that in class. There were some architectural masterpieces such as the Hagia Sophia, which again we will look at in class, but still stands today even after it was converted into a mosque. It kind of shows how beautiful the art was back then. The military had created things such as grenades, tributes, and Greek fire, which is, oh my gosh, which is a flamethrower that is used in naval battle. It, of course, created the Justinian Code, and the Byzantines copied, preserved, and studied in their own way, ancient Greek works of all kinds. So drama, poetry, philosophy, historiography, and science. And it really helped maintain Greek origins that has later been used in the world. So next we have a History Channel article that is going to be in the Moodle. So go ahead and check that out, and we will meet again in class.